So in 2013, I was cast in the off-Broadway hit musical Bayside. Bayside was a musical that was parodying the 90s sitcom Saved by the Bells, at least its best or most memorable episodes. And there is no black male lead in that show, no African American male lead in that show. So I was cast as a colorblind swing, which means that I was to understudy pretty much everybody, whether they be black, white, Latino, whatever the case may be. And, every so often I'd pop on as Steve Urkel for whatever random reason. They would have me move set pieces when cast members were injured. I'd help with sound. They literally had me babysitting guest stars like Dustin Diamond and Dennis Haskins, running around grabbing them Red Bull, even, keeping one of them away from the girls' dressing room just to make sure that they didn't harass them. So the show was meant to be short-lived, but due to popular demand, we kept extending. So when the creatives announced that we would be extending in the summer 2014, the actor who was playing AC Slater had announced that he was actually going to be stepping out of the show for a weekend. So naturally, as the only understudy at the time, I'm the one who's like, okay, well, if he's going out, I'm going in, so I got to get ready. And I was told by the creatives, get ready to go on. So I told my mom, and she had planned to come out to see me in the show, play AC Slater. I was overly excited because it was the one role in the show that I was like, I know I can play and I would have the most fun with. I'm not sure how much time went by, but I later found out that they had someone else coming in to play the role. And when I found out who it was, I wasn't quite sure why they chose to go this route. The actor they brought in to play AC Slater, a role who was made famous by Mario Lopez, a Latino actor, they chose to use a Caucasian actor with blonde hair and blue eyes. So the next show after I heard the news, I approached the director and we spoke about it. I said that I heard that you were bringing someone else in to play the role of AC Slater that weekend. And they said to me, yes, because we would like to use somebody who could play Zack, Slater, and Screech. And in my mind, I'm like, well, that's what you have me here for. I get it. I don't look like those characters or what they're known to look like, but that's why you have me here. What bothered me even more was, the role didn't necessarily require you to play it as Latino. The thing that made Slater's character in that version of our show was that he was ambiguously gay. The only character that has race mentioned at all is Lisa Turtle, her dealing with the fact that, she's the only black girl in Bayside. It would have made more sense to me if they were going to bring in a Latino actor and have him play the role who looks more like Mario Lopez. These were people who I trusted, and it was a non-union show, so I had no one to protect me. They could do whatever they wanted. They could bring in whoever they wanted. They could have fired me if they wanted to, and there was nothing I could do. There was no protection at the time. This is why the union matters. I wasn't paid to be at every show, but I was there because that's what a good understudy does. And there were times where I was sitting in the house and literally actors almost missed performances due to weather or whatever the case may be. So as a consolation prize, they asked the actress playing Lisa Turtle to take that weekend off so I could go on for her. I just did not understand why it made more sense in their minds to see me, a male, play Lisa Turtle in drag than playing AC Slater, another character of color. So yeah, I did. I went on as Lisa Turtle and it was very uncomfortable. The role of Lisa Turtle is not written as a drag role. So therefore, the comedy of it did not land. It did not make sense. If they wanted a drag queen to play Lisa Turtle, they should have written the role that way. And once I concluded my last performance as Lisa Turtle, I officially and gracefully gave my notice. I want to use my story as a cautionary tale to actors of color. Know your worth, know your value, stand strong in what it is you believe in, and always believe in yourself. I often wish that story would have ended differently because if I would have standed stronger in my own self-worth at that time as an actor, I would have said, let me go on this week and I'll show you how this role is supposed to be played. However, the thing that I take away from it is that it did teach me to value myself as an actor. It taught me to know my worth and know what I'm willing to put up with and what I'm not willing to put up with. It's easy as a young performer to feel like if they're throwing knives at you and telling you to juggle them, 3 times fast and you're comfortable, that you just have to learn how to do it. But in reality, you don't. I look back on that experience and realize that I brought so much to the table, but unfortunately, because of how I look, that what I brought to the table was not valuable to them. I think it's time for us to all start telling our story. If we don't value ourselves and stand for ourselves and teach the younger generation how to do so, then we failed.